Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we are going to study about a very basic yet an important topic, that is what is forensic science, how and where it originated, and also what are the contributions made by prominent scientists. So do watch this video till the end.
And also subscribe to the channel.
So now starting with the very basic topic, that is forensic science. Now, what is forensic science? Whenever we hear this term, what gets click in our mind? You can write in the comment section. Okay. So the word or the term which gets click in our mind is CBI or CID or FBI, as it is very much shown in the serial that there is a forensic team which is working on a particular case and solving the case, right? But coming to the particular word forensic, so this word forensic has come from a Latin word which is forensis, which means forum or gathering of people. Now, earlier, when there was no court system, at that time, people used to gather, like we see in Gram Panchayats. Okay, so people used to gather and they used to give a verdict after hearing from both the parties. But now, as everything has changed after advancement of everything, after modernization of everything, so in each and every state, or you can say country, we have court system. Okay, so there the verdict is given by the judge after hearing from both the parties. And also by seeing the evidences, like does the evidence support the statement coming from the party. Okay, so forensic scientists, what they do, they analyze and interpret the evidence for the justice of the victim. Okay, so the victim gets justice. That is the main focus of forensic scientists, and the culprit should be set behind the bars. Okay, so therefore forensic science is sometimes also known as criminalistics. Now, when we see a definition, there's no proper definition of forensic science, but we can say that forensic science is the scientific application or application of scientific knowledge or expertise into the criminal justice system to investigate a crime, criminal case. So, forensic science is also broadly defined as a scientific discipline which is directed to the recognition, identification, individualization, and evaluation of physical evidence. So, the major focus of a scientist or an expert is the physical evidence. So, by using the four major steps, that is recognition, identification, individualization, and evaluation, they point out the evidences present in the crime scene. This is done by the application of principles of forensic science, and the methods of natural science. These two are implemented to identify or to spot the physical evidence for the purpose of administration of criminal justice. So now importance of forensic science or the significance of forensic science. So here on the screen you can see there are 4 points listed which covers all aspects of forensic science, majorly all the aspects. So the first point is prove elements of crime. So what are the elements of crime first that we know? So as per IPC, there are 4 elements of crime. The first is human being or the person involved in wrongful act. The second is mens rea, the evil intent or guilty mind. Basically, it is the mental element that is necessary for a particular crime, and any wrongful act committed by a human being cannot be called as a crime. if committed without any intent, without any evil intent. So there must be an evil intent while doing an act. Okay. Now the third point is actus reus. So this is the third element of crime, which is guilty act. So it is of two types. The first is commission and the second is omission. The first commission is basically it is a criminal activity that is result of bodily movement, voluntarily bodily movements. So there has to be physical activity that harms a person or the property. Okay. And the second part, that is omission in actus reus. It is an act of criminal negligence. For example, not completing a work related task which resulted in an accident, So that is actus reus. Now the fourth element of crime as per IPC is injury. So as per section 44 of IPC, injury is any harm caused to the mind, body or the property of a person. So these are the four elements of crime which is proved by means of forensic science. Okay. Now the second point, which is verify or discredit victim or suspect's statement. So we will take an example over here. For example, in a burglary and murder case of a person named C. Okay. A, being father of C, gives a statement that from past few days he has seen B around his house with a gun in his hand. So this was the statement given by the victim side. After hearing this, B denies the statement and says that he was not there. So two statements are coming from this case, one from the victim side and one from the suspect side. So to verify and discredit the statements, forensic investigation is done. Basically, forensic science plays a very important role in verifying or discrediting the statements. Okay. Now the third point is identify descendants or suspect. Now descendant is the one who is no longer alive and suspect are those who are believed to have committed the crime. Okay. So in many cases we see there are decomposed bodies, like decomposed bodies have been recovered from the crimes, or the mutilated bodies have been recovered from the crimes. In that case, a forensic technique is used to identify that person. Basically, DNA profiling is used to identify that person, and in some cases there are more than 2 or 3 suspects. To identify who is the major criminal, who is the main criminal of that case, that is done by forensic science. Forensic scientists plays a major role in identifying descendants or suspects. Now the fourth point is establish a connection to a crime or crime scene. So forensic scientists, they play a very important role. They examine and analyze crime scene while maintaining chain of custody. So chain of custody is a proper documentation of sequence of evidences found in the crime scene. Now this sequence of evidence helps in connecting the suspect to the crime scene and helps in solving the case. So forensic science is very crucial in identifying a suspect or the criminal, and therefore it is now very much popular in all over the states of India also and outside India also, which basically helps in identifying and solving the case, identifying the criminal and solving the case.